What up, though? And welcome to the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, your home for organic debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors. It's your man, Professor Curt. Still, Lions training camp has been electrifying. We're going to go deep today into the roster, highlighting some players posed to dominate in the upcoming season. And we tell you who will shock the world and emerge as the next big name in Detroit. We're on our way to 3,000 subscribers and currently sit at 2898. Shout out to our channel members, man. Y'all know who they are. If you don't know, here you go. Of course, we got T-Bone Locks, Sean Berg, Lauren Vander S, Brent DeWitt, Miss Mary Smith, and John Martin. So shout out to y'all, man. We appreciate y'all. If you want to become a channel member, go ahead and check out the link on the homepage or in the description of this video. Now it's time to bring in, of course, my co-host with the most. Of course, we got my man. You see him up there with his partner in crime. He's the ladies' pet that men's regret. You ain't seen nothing yet, along with Geronimo. It's my man, LL Cool Twins. What's going on, my guy?
What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday morning.
Man, y'all know who it is. It's the hardest working man in Jackson, Michigan. Cooking meals, coaching kids, and coming up real soon, he'll sell you a policy. It's the Wolverine. Who?
Coach Mike Jones, what's going on, Lion fans?
Man, he be slanging them policies, man. The dude gonna be doing that thing down there, man, getting people signed up. All right, man. Oh, if you're new to our channel, you don't know how our show works. We look at Detroit Lions news, headlines, and takes. If we agree, we say they are bossed up with that big blade dance. If we disagree, we say they are balled on, and we give our reasons why we agree or disagree. No hot takes here, just natural debate and our true thoughts and opinions about what's going on with our favorite team, the Detroit Lions. You can get first take here and getting a whole bunch of speak or whatever else or programs on those other channels, man. We give you the real. We ain't gonna be talking out our necks just to say something. And if you're confused about what we're saying, if you don't think it's 100%, check out LL Cool Twins' face, man, because his face is gonna tell you 100% what's going on with what we're talking about. All right, now we're going to talk about who could be the next big superstar in the Motor City for the Detroit Lions. Coach Jones, man, you up, baby? What you got?
Yes, sir. When you just looking through what's been going on in training camp and you're hearing people's interviews, there's only one player that comes to mind to me personally when I look at the Jeff Risdon reports of the 7-on-7s and the one-on-one battles and a guy that's locking down St. Brown and locking down J-Mo. And then you listen to the interviews from Brian Branch and Amik Robertson. There's only one player that comes to mind, and that's that former Sub-Zero, Mr. Terrion Arnold. I think he is he has the resiliency and is ready to bounce back and take over the league, man. He has all the athletic gifts. He has the speed. He has the confidence. But the number one thing he has is he has the work ethic. Coming down there from Bama, man. Nick Saban instilled that, he instilled and sheepened that work ethic in Terrion Arnold, man. I think he's ready to bust out. I think he is ready to be our CB1. I don't think DJ Reed is going to be the man. I think Terrion Arnold is going to be the man, and I'm waiting, and I'm happy, and I'm excited to see him this year and how he does with the wide receiver 1s and 2s. Now, I will say this. I was watching the video yesterday, and I still see him a little bit too handsy. It's like questionable calls that that you would see that you might be like, oh, they could, but they also couldn't. But besides that, man, I think he's primed and ready, man. When you talk about a guy that has all the confidence in the world, that has a swag to go with the work ethic, it's Terrion Arnold. Without a shot of a doubt, it's Terrion Arnold. And as much as he got picked on last year for being too handsy and not getting his head turned around, he gonna show y'all this year. Oh yeah, he gonna show you. Oh, you gonna learn today. All right. So what y'all got to say about Mr. Terrion?
Well, there he is, the man himself, Terry. Look at him. Look at him, man. There you go. There you go, Coach Jones. I mean, there you go. I'm just proving your point right there. I have to agree with you. I think Terrion Arnold is the next breakout star for the Detroit Lions, man, because a lot of people will actually really pick Waymo, especially since Allen Robinson called Williams part of the best wide receiver duel in the NFL, along with Amon-Ra St. Brown on his NFL Live on ESPN appearance. But I think it's Terrion Arnold, man. From the clips that we've been putting out on social media by the Detroit Lions, man, it's clear that Arnold's footwork has really stepped up. He's quicker, he's more agile, and it makes it easier for him to cover receivers. He's been that way. Last season, he was in a lot of battles. He was right there in position, but he just got a little handsy. But he's getting better at tracking the ball, really improving his ability to spot that ball in the air. And it boosts his confidence and his chances of making plays and avoiding penalties, man. You know, like you said, he was a lot handsy last year, but I don't think he's going to have that problem this year. He's stronger, he's faster. You can see he's bigger than he was last season, and he is going to be the CB1 for the Lions. I think DJ Reed is going to be that CB2. I think that's why the Lions really signed him. They saw how he could play opposite of Sauce Gardner, and they saw what he can do as far as being that veteran across from a young player that is set to take on the league as CB1, and I think that that's going to be Terrion Arnold. He is set to be the next big star for the Detroit Lions. So I have to agree with you 100%, my man, Coach Jones. All right, LL, you up to the stage. Who is your next? Who's going to be the next breakout star for the Lions, in your opinion?
I didn't know we was giving our own, but I do agree.
I mean, do you agree
with Terrion Arnold? You know, but I mean, well, no, I don't agree. I think if we saying the next one, I'm gonna go with J-Mo, man. You already know. Hopefully, you know, we get to see a lot of different things. You know, you're hearing a lot of stuff. It's not just the deep ball. They're getting them in all types of stuff. They've expanded his route tree, all of that kind of stuff. So just off the fact that we're going to have him run different things, probably look for him on different things, you know, because that's what we heard last year. You know, he's not necessarily getting the ball as much because he's not running his routes right. He's not doing it. Was more so on him. So we're not hearing any of that this year so far. You know, we actually been hearing the exact opposite the entire time. You know, everything has been positive about old J-Mo. So this isn't not saying that TA is going to be, but if we pick him, you know, I'm going to pick J-Mo, and those are my reasons.
Okay, so speaking of J-Mo, of course, we want to definitely. That's baby. Can we see it again? Can we see it again? I want to see that thing again, man. That thing right there was something nasty. So we got two players, man. Two exciting young players out of Bama. I think they're gonna show up and show out this year, man. I think I have to. Now I agree with you. I'm gonna give you a boss up, Mike, but I'm gonna give you a boss up too, LL, with those two guys, man, because you can't dispute either one of those guys being the next breakout star for the Lions, man. What do you think about J-Mo, Coach Jones?
I'm gonna give LL or DJ Reed boss up with the like that, because no, I'm just like,
is that a boss up with a body roll?
Right. That's the way DJ Reed did it. But you know what? I do believe that J-Mo is the next man. I feel like he might have a step ahead of Terrion Arnold and becoming the next superstar. Just because of the simple fact that John Morton is not holding him back like Ben Johnson was. You know, I guess I am trying to throw shots at Ben Johnson. Bang, bang. But you know what? It felt like Ben Johnson kind of kept him handcuffed, man, with the stuff that he could do. And I feel like John Morton is more of a, we got to fit him in. We got to put him in, and we got to work with, man. Do you see this? Like, I feel like that's John Morton and how he looks at it, and I feel like he's going to have more opportunities. So, you know what? I like them both, man. But, yeah, J-Mo, I I feel it.
Yeah. All right. Hey, everybody. Like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. All these things help us get this content to more Detroit Lions fans just like yourself. Hit the notification bell so you know you're getting that fresh content from us right here on the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, your home for organic debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors. Now, a topic we talked about the other day, but it finally got settled yesterday. MCDC said this is what we're going with, and that is the interior offensive line is set for the Detroit Lions. And I'm happy to hear what he had to say. Coach Jones and I have made this point over and over again, but before we get to that, man, hey, the Boss Up Ball Out merch shop is now available. You can find the link in the description of this video and in the home page of the channel. Put in the code Boss Up Ball Out 10 at checkout. When you spend $45, you get 10% off one item. Channel members get extra 15% off their total order. And check out the community tab for the code or the discount coupon for the members of the channel. Now, let's get into the topic. All of the talk about who's starting on the interior of the offensive line has been cleared up. Dan Campbell announced on Tuesday that the lineup they've been sticking with in padded practices will be the one to go to moving forward. Graham Glasgow as the starting center. Tate Radledge is set to play right guard, and Christian Mahogany Ostrebo will be at left guard. It makes total sense for the Lions to have Graham Glasgow as their starting center. He's been backing up Ragnow for a few seasons. He knows how to call the protections and has experience as a starter. I think it was 2018 where he started the full season at center for the Detroit Lions. Plus, Jared Goff is comfortable with Glasgow snapping the ball. It's a big ask for a rookie to take on a position like starting center in the NFL since he hadn't played that spot. Even in college, you know, he was the backup center in Georgia, but he never took a snap in the game. Radley will probably be the starting center going forward. I think they're prepping him now to take over most likely next season. Kind of like Frank Ragnow. You know, we know Ragnow played center and guard in college, but they slow walked him. Of course, he played guard his first season in Detroit, and I think it's what he can do with Radley as they teach him that position. Now, Glasgow said he's ready for the challenge. He spoke to reporters on Monday, and he said, I do like playing center. Center is fun. I like the mental load that comes with it. It's a challenge for all those haters who say, oh, Glasgow doesn't like playing center. Well, you heard it out of his mouth. He said he likes playing center. He said, but it's something I'm pretty good at. I enjoy it. It's a choice between playing center and having to keep an eye on calls as a guard anyways. I'd just rather play center. Well, there you go. He said, I'd rather just play center. Makes sense, right? Radledge has been doing a solid job at right guard and has gotten some great feedback from his coaches. Offensive coordinator Johnny Moe praised him, saying, I love how smart he is. He's just going to keep getting better. He did an exceptional job at center. That's a lot to handle mentally, different snap counts and audible. It was a lot, but he managed it pretty well, and I'm really pleased with where he's at. You know, he's gonna be the starting center, but I just don't see where it would have been effective to him to start center this year. You know, move him along a little bit quieter, you know, bring him along, have him as probably the backup center where he can get those reps in practice and then just, you know, make him the starting center next year, like I said. With the offensive line finally set, they can start building some chemistry, especially once starting left tackle Taylor Decker returns from injury after the Hall of Fame game. Now, they're going to miss Frank Ragnow. There's no doubt about that. But the one thing I don't doubt is that Hank and Fairley will have the old line ready to roll by the time they head to Green Bay for the season opener. So I'm going to go to you guys, man. I'm going to start with you first, LL. What do you think about the offensive line being set and that Graham Glasgow is actually taking over at center?
Well, I mean, no big surprise here. You had kind of mentioned, you said you and Coach Mike, but we all kind of, called it just like this from the jump. You know, even back when after he was drafted, we said that he was going to be the right guard and Graham going to probably play center. So there we go. And now, like you said, they got it figured out early enough that now everybody can just go on from here and you ain't got to worry about what was and all this other kind of stuff. And you can just, get, like you said, get ready for week one. So I'm glad to hear it, and I'm glad that I guess that I'm glad that that's over with. Even though I never really thought it was much anyway.
Yeah. But like Graham Glasgow played when he played center last year. When Ragnar was out, there wasn't a drop off. I mean, like you didn't see it like it was like this big disruption because Graham Glasgow was playing center. It was just like, okay, next man up, let's go. Mm-hmm. So, what you got, Coach Jones, on this offensive line being set?
Yeah, I give it a boss up, and I think it's smart for the Detroit Lions to have both those young guards sandwiched in between veterans, and that's even goes for Mahogany, because he'll have his ups and downs through the season, and he's in between Glasgow and Decker. And then, you got Ratledge, and I think Ratledge, he'll be between Sewell and Glasgow. And I think that's the best thing for both of those guys. You know what? And there is, I do kind of have a little bit of worry because I know I like to worry a lot. But you know what? I just want to know that Graham can still physically do the job. You know what I mean? Because I know he has it up here. I know he has it up there, like making the protection calls and the slides, and that's gonna come first nature to him because he's a headsy guy. I mean, he came from Michigan. He's smart. But you know what? I just the only question I have for Glasgow is your body ready to handle that, So but besides that, man, our line should be top 5 yet again. So
yeah, Graham said it yesterday when he had his what do you call that media huddle after practice. He said he's fine. He said his body's good. He's ready to go for the season. So I like hearing that, and I like the point with the having the young interior guards, interior linemen, with the sandwich by the veterans. Definitely like that. And last but not least, man, they say Ratledge is nasty. They say he put Talik Williams on his back a couple times in the padded practices. So, he doing his thing. What you got, Ella? Because you said him like you got something to say.
Because I don't know if you heard Talik Williams talk about it, and that's how you know it's true because he made an excuse. He was like, it was a long drive and blah, blah, blah. He kind of caught me. No, he probably put your ass in the dirt.
Put you on your back, bro.
Yeah. He wants some syrup with them pancakes.
Yeah, man. Hey, like the video, share the video, and comment on this doggone video. All these things help us get this content to more Detroit Lions fans just like yourself. And, of course, man, you know that the Boss Up Ball Out podcast is sponsored by Dubby Energy Drink, packed with brain-boosting amino acids and vitamins. And, of course, what's important for you, man, Curt Steele, no sugar. It gets you pumped for tackling your daily tasks. Try the big flavors, man. You got the blue tropical flavor over there. Of course, we are Lion Show, so we like that blue tropical punch flavor. It costs you about $1 a drink. It's a great alternative to coffee or canned beverages, energy drinks, man, with no crashes or jitter. Go into the description of this video for the link to buy Dubby and use the code BOSSUPBALLOUTPOD for 10% off your order. Power your day with Dubby. All right, last but certainly not least, man, it's the two-man show up there in Yaktown, man, because LL and the Ghost Cat Geronimo, man, he gonna talk about the injury updates for the Detroit Lions. What you got, man?
Yeah, I got scared for a second. Thought you knew somebody was here that I didn't, but a couple of injury updates we talked about. Well, both of these guys, I believe, in the last show. Kirby Joseph, well, maybe not Kirby Joseph, but Terrion Arnold, or maybe that was last week. But we have injury updates from Terrion Arnold and Kirby Joseph. Both of those gentlemen have been absent. Well, yesterday, Terrion Arnold left practice or was sidelined with a hamstring injury. I meant to send it last night, but I just sent it a little while ago. But I sent the picture Terrion Arnold posted on his own Instagram. It just says hamstring with a face on it. And I see both sides of that, like, with the internet and technology and stuff like that. But I just remember a time in the day when players couldn't necessarily do that part of it. Just he's announcing that he has a hamstring injury. And I ain't no real big issue with that. But, you hear some of the guys back in the day. I was gonna say Bill Parcells, but not even that long ago. You remember when Mike Singletary was in San Fran? Like not to say he did anything wrong again, but I just wonder what a coach like that would have to say about that. And you can't be out there telling your own injury, but it's 2025, so maybe I'm just being an old person about that. But he announced that himself that he has a hamstring injury, and that if you've been listening to Dan Campbell and his pressers, he's been talking about Kirby Joseph as well. It's nothing serious. I don't remember the exact quote, but it's pretty much just it's nothing to worry about. He just taking the precautions, getting pretty much resting. What you got to say, Curt?
Yeah, it was a knee irritation. That's what he said. His knee is irritating.
That's the word, irritation. I was looking for, but exactly. But so it's nothing too serious. And with Kirby Joseph, of course, we know he's not going to be supplanted, if that's the right word. He's not going to be replaced at the safety spot. But one of the good things about this whole off season or this camp season has been is that and now I forget that Avonte Maddox has been playing backup safety, but whoever I think it's Maddox who's been
him and Kingsley.
Maddox is the main name that I've been hearing. That's the guy who's been sticking out real nice. So I remember the other day I questioned the 5 safeties. So I know if he's not counted as a cornerback, he'll probably be one of those safeties that's included. But Terrion Arnold hamstring injuries, as he self-reported himself on Instagram, and Kirby Joseph dealing with knee irritation. But so, what do you guys think about those? How do you think they're gonna be out long, or it's just camp and we ain't these two veteran or two players that's been here before, so they don't necessarily need it. They ain't getting acclimated to nothing, so they're not missing anything. Is why I'm saying that. So. Is it going to be a long time, short time, big concern, little concern? What do you guys think?
Go ahead, Coach. You can go first. Hold on, let me get you on the screen.
I feel like he set me up. He's like, you know what, Coach, you can go. You know what, Ellen, I'm still holding true to what I said. It's gonna be 5 of them things. 5.
Okay.
But
you gonna be one of them.
No, but you know what? As far as injuries go, man, I just think the Lions are being smart. They're playing it safe, man. Especially early on in camp. If you have anything, like I said before, if you have any kind of irritation or flare up of anything, they usually sit you out for a day or two, man, and or maybe even a week, just to make sure that you're completely healed and there will be no lingering effects when it go into the season. So man, I'm not worried about either of those two gentlemen. They them. So yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring up that photo that LL was talking about, so you get some reference of what he was saying about the him posting that picture. Getting to myself about the injuries, man. I ain't in no panic mode about no injuries, man, popping up in training camp. Guess what? It's still July. I mean, even for the next couple of days, it's still July, man. The season opener is still over a month away. Medical and coaching staff will slow walk any injuries to keep those starters ready, make sure they're ready for that Packers game. So I don't think there's a big deal about Terrion Arnold coming out with a hamstring or Kirby Joseph having a knee irritation. Even Dan Campbell said he should be back by Saturday's practice after the Hall of Fame game. But in other news, the Lions signed UFL star running back Jacob Sailors. The talented back spent the last few seasons starring for the XFL's St. Louis Battlehawks. He's an excellent dual threat back who can contribute right away and add some depth to that running back room. I think if he plays well this preseason, I think we're going to see him tomorrow night. I can see him sticking around on the practice squad because our practice squad running back that we kept for several years, Jamar Jefferson, is now in Tennessee. So that's really one of the big news that we did not cover. Just kind of a news and notes for that. But what do you guys think about Jacob Sailor? If you guys follow UFL, man, that dude, That dude he can ball. Like he's a decent running back. He's been an all UFL player. I think he led them in rushing yards last year. So Coach Jones, man, just real quick, what do you think about the Lions adding sailors to the roster?
I know my boy Desmond Dukes is ecstatic because St. Louis Battlehawks is his squad, man. That's his squad, and I got to message him and figure out if he even know that. He probably do, but I gotta let him know that, man. Like, yeah. So good luck to the young man, and hopefully we see you around here soon.
Yeah, what you got, LL? I don't know if you're familiar with the young man.
I saw that. I saw another one. I think they signed a cornerback from the Battlehawks as well. I think like last name, or something like that.
Whiteside.
Whiteside. That's it. And I think he's from here or something like that. I just read it as I was scrolling past or something like that.
Yeah.
No, it's the exact reason. The exact thing that you just said. That we just need people to play because not Amara, but Montgomery and Gibbs ain't playing tomorrow night, and probably Craig Reynolds ain't playing tomorrow night. So they need somebody to play tomorrow night. So welcome to the team, gentleman or young man. Make the most of the opportunity.
Yeah, Whiteside had a pick his first, I think his first or second rep in practice the other day.
They had signed another running back from the Panthers, I think, right?
No, Tua Tagovailoa went to the Browns.
Did they try him out or something?
They tried him out because he ended up signed with Cleveland the other day.
Okay.
Tua Tagovailoa did. So man,
that's all it is somebody to come in and play tomorrow night.
For real. Hey man, like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. All these teams help us get this content to more Detroit Lions fans. It's like yourself. Shout out to our people over at Lions Nation Unite. My man Herman Moore over there hanging out, man. Appreciate you, brother. Of course, the heavyweights and all those other cats over there. Don P. Of course, Dan from Lions Talk Live, man. We get a lot of viewers that come from Lions Talk Live right into our show. His show's from 7 to 8, and they come right over into our premiere at 8 o'clock. So, man, shout out to the Duke crew, man. Y'all be holding it down for us, man. If you haven't done so already, make sure you do what? Follow the crew on your favorite social media platforms. Coach Jones does a great job, man. He just posted a good video over there on his Beyond the Ropes boxing playlist yesterday, talking about Carissa Shields and all the goings on with her, and going knuckle up with Layla Ali for that $15 million. It's a I don't know. It's a chance it might happen if Layla decide to come out of retirement at 59. I post content from this channel all about social media platforms, man. Posting shorts and everything like that. So go check out that content over there. And then, of course, man, y'all know what today is, man. It's Thursday Eve on this hump day, baby. So make sure you go check out my man LL's Instagram page. I'm sure he's going to have a special preseason edition of Thirsty Thursdays over on his Instagram page, man. Now it's time for parting shots for today's show, man. LL, on this hump day, what you got, my man?
There won't be a preseason edition, so you get to worry about that. But happy Wednesday, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Get ready to watch some backups tomorrow.
Yeah, what you got, Coach Jones?
I don't like how you said that. You know what? I'm excited because the Lions get to get on the field, man, and I've been waiting. I think we all been waiting since that horrific playoff game, and it's good to see football, man. It's back. So let's do what it do, man.
Yeah, definitely. And for me, man, have a great day, man. You're in a Wednesday. Shout out to my wife. She made me a nice little joke this morning. She was scrolling through her phone and like she caught a reel and she talking about who is this dude with the Santa Claus beard, talking about the Lions. Of course, it was me clowning, of course, man. But great day, man. Have a great Wednesday, man. Get your popcorn ready for some little bit of the excitement tomorrow night. We get to watch these backups go out there and try to make the team. Because that's what you're going to see from the Detroit Lions, man. They haven't really gone away from that the last few years. They don't play their starters in the preseason, so you ain't going to see who you want to see tomorrow night, but you're going to see some guys that's trying to go out there. And that makes it exciting for me because they're going to go out there and try to make all the plays they can make to try to make this roster and put some good film on tape, man. Hey, Great time with you guys today, man. Thank you for tuning in, man. If you're having a good day, make sure you spread that joy. If you're not having a good day, don't steal anyone else's joy. And whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL Cool Tones and Coach Mike Jones, this is Curt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon.